Oftentimes, people ask me, "Hey Henry Cat, how are you so good at commands?" I doubt they actually talk like that, but that's just how I imagine everyone on the internet sounds. Anyway, the short answer is a lot of practice and experimenting with new things. But to tell you the truth, about a year ago, I was not nearly as good at commands as I am now. I'm thinking today I'm going to try working with only the small handful of commands that I knew a year or two ago. That means /TP, /setBlock, /summon. Wow, that might actually be it. Noticeably absent from that list is like 90% of the commands, but especially noticeable is the lack of /execute, which will make conditional statements really hard. I'm also thinking that I can't use advanced target selectors, or NBT data, or chain and repeating command blocks. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I'm wearing my egg skin. Deal with it. I had just started, and apparently my computer overheated and crashed, which is not ideal. I'd imagine you guys can probably still hear the fan. In fact, I'm going to move the microphone closer to my face. Anyway, the point is I started building something, and what I've been saying is that I wasn't quite sure what to build. Because A, everything is going to be extremely difficult, and I can't really imagine doing anything without /execute, really. That's the main one that we're missing. The thing I decided to start with was like a custom weapon, which is so far proving to be extremely difficult. Anyway, I thought I would start with sort of like, well, off to a great start. Anyway, as I was saying, I thought I would start with like an exploding bow. So now you can shoot these pressure plates and wow, it explodes. Incredible. Now listen, in case this crazy contraption is a little bit tough to understand, down underneath these pressure plates there's actually command blocks that summon TNT. Oh my god. No, but seriously, I can imagine you're all here like, wow, that is the least useful thing. And you know what I have to say to you guys? You are absolutely right. I think a weapon that you can only use in one spot is far, far, far from useful. But you know what? Too bad, because I made it anyway. Anyway, now that I'm done, bouncing around on here, which is maybe the most interesting thing I've done so far this video, I'm going to take a look at a new enchantment. Or, no, we're not calling them enchantments, because they're not really enchantments, they're just custom tools. Anyway, the point is, I'm thinking I want to actually do a hoe enchantment. Alright, as with just about everything in this video, this is only going to work in certain areas. Like, if I go over here, nothing interesting happens. But, if I hoe right here, then it automatically plants for me. Now, isn't that epic? Now, to tell you the truth, this actually uses very few command blocks, so welcome back to my epic redstone channel, I guess. Redstone torches will power the block above them, however, transparent blocks cannot be powered. What that means is, when this is dirt, which is not a transparent block, the torch is able to power it, which turns on this repeater, which turns off this torch, thus this command block does not fire. However, if I hoe this, which makes it a transparent block, this redstone torch can no longer power this block, which means the repeater is off, which means the torch is on, which means the command block is powered. Wait a minute, I could have used observers. With our hoe enchantment out of the way, I kind of feel like making one more enchantment. Alright, here now in what may be the single least useful of these, you can see here, there's this zombie, right? And if we hit it back with our sword, it gets hit with a lightning bolt. Oh my god. I mean, it's super useful, because you always have zombies just sitting in huts that are specifically designed to strike them with lightning, right? No, but seriously, we're just once again making use of more redstone, which is my absolute favorite thing. That's why I built my YouTube channel about redstone. Well, I think none of these are really turning out quite right. Except that's not true, they're working. I mean, look, we hit it and lightning spawned. Like, what more do you want from me? I mean, this one especially is, like, semi-functional, in this one area. The point here actually is, I want to make, like, a small little boss fight. Now, I'm thinking I lied a little bit, actually. Sorry. I know that I claimed that I could only use /TP, /summon, and /setBlock. But I'm thinking I'm actually going to also use /effect. Because I actually, now that I think about it, I definitely knew what that was and used it from time to time. Alright, I'm thinking I just want the boss to be a zombie because zombies are, they're the default monster and they need their turn in the spotlight, yeah. It has nothing to do with the fact that I think it'll be easiest to make a zombie boss. Okay, I feel like this is kinda cheating here, actually. Because normally the way that I give a single entity an effect is if you're looking at something when you're supposed to be picking an entity, one of the things it suggests is the UUID of that entity, which makes it really easy to just give one entity a thing. But I didn't know about that. I only knew @A, @E, @P, @R, and @S. And the only one here that would work is @E, which will give it to every entity. So I'm really sticking to my guns here, even though it's so pointless. I'm thinking I'm going to give everyone strength, and then I'll clear it from myself. Just because, why not? Alright, so now that the zombie has strength and speed, I'm thinking that I want it to have some special abilities. So I'm thinking the first ability I want is just a summon reinforcements ability. I think the way that I'm going to make the cooldown is I'm literally going to just make a redstone clock. Alright, using my incredible redstone knowledge here on Henry Cat Redstone channel, I have set up a little bit of a clock here. So the clock itself is actually really short, but it's set up to a series of T flip-flops. And what these do, I hope, is through this little T flip-flop, the signal has to pass twice before this one gets activated. And then the signal has to pass through here twice to activate this one, which means a total of 4 times through the first one, which ultimately means that this only activates once every 16 or 32 rounds or something, I don't know. And so what that appears to mean is that we are getting a pretty reasonable number of zombie villagers in here. So while I'm just tediously building this little thing, I think I'm going to describe what it is and what I think this last ability is going to be. I would like the boss to summon some kind of lightning bolt. Maybe. That sounds like it would be pretty cool. And I want it to sort of summon in a random location. And the way I'm going to do that is actually, I think, with a command block minecart, which is just going to be, traveling around in circles. I never have used command block minecarts before, so, we'll see how this goes. So the way I'm hoping to make this work is we're going to have another timer, or maybe the same timer if I'm lazy, which I am. And when that timer goes off, the whole floor in here will be filled with redstone blocks. And those redstone blocks will do 2 things. First of all, they will activate the minecart on the rail here. And second of all, they will also just trigger another command block, which will turn off the floor. Alright, I do believe the track is all the way set up now. I messed up the placement of the redstone blocks a little bit. It could have been more efficient. Who even cares? Let's put this down, set the command, and let's set her off. Alright, there it goes. Now, we won't be able to see super well from down here, but I think we'll certainly be able to hear if we fill the floor with redstone. It did do that. Did it kill the command block? Oh, it did. Alright, stuff was just not in quite the position that I expected it to be in. I'm pretty sure now, if we do it, it is summoning lightning, definitely. So yeah, I think we just now need to make it do that, and then, I guess, turn off pretty quickly, probably. Alright, so now we just have a short clock hooked up, and so now if we fill it with redstone, it does it It does it twice, actually, which, you know, whatever. I think if we made it any less, there's a possibility that it wouldn't do it sometimes, and I'd rather risk it doing sometimes than never. I would say that means that the last thing we need to do is just hook it up to the timer. And I'm going to put it on the same timer, just in sort of the other position, right? So this redstone block is moving. So when it comes out, it'll turn on this one, which will summon a zombie, and when it comes back, it'll activate this one, which will summon the lightning bolt. By the way, I'm using /fill here. I know that wasn't on the approved list of commands, but realistically, I could have done it without /fill. It just would have been a lot harder and rather pointless. Anyway, so what I'm hoping that all this means is now, it might be a little bit hard to see because I'm going to have to run over here to place it. Wait, I just had a genius idea. Okay, look, right? I'm looking out there, so maybe we can see the lightning bolt, and when I place it, yeah, there was the lightning bolt. Anyway, I turned off the timer, so I think once we just reactivate it, everything will be working handy-dandy. Unfortunately, it looks as though the original zombie has died or despawned or something. I don't really know what happened there. Honestly, I'm inclined to say that it does not really matter. Alright, so since the original zombie already died, I'm just going to pop into survival mode and see how many of these I can kill. Ooh. Ooh. Oh no. Oh no, this is literally just me fighting zombies. I don't know why I'm showing this. Well, it turns out without the actual boss, that boss, quote unquote, I'm doing it with my fingers but you can't see, that boss was really not that difficult. With that, I think I'm going to leave the video there. Thank you everyone who has watched till the end. Thank you if you didn't watch till the end, honestly, even if you just watched any of it, that's great. Although if you didn't watch to the end, you won't see this, so I don't know why I'm saying thank you. Yeah, like and subscribe if you liked and want to subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.